Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at D-Wave Quantum. It is time for another update and it seems we have finally reached our support box, this communicated green box we had here on the chart, a zone from which we were looking with higher likelihood to potentially form the reversal, to potentially complete our wave C in this structure within the larger wave 4 correction in yellow. Now, we have actually pushed even below this box briefly, not particularly unexpected. We did even specifically mention that we might push below this. Oftentimes, stop losses will be found in this area and the smart money likes to trigger them. Now, we have pushed below it, but we have also seen a recovery. And this isn't necessarily what is concerning to me, but rather the pattern that has formed with what we have been tracking in this last push to the downside. And of course, today we will be providing the levels to watch out for that would provide evidence that a bottom would indeed be in place, as currently the structure can very easily extend and potentially within quite a few additional legs to the downside and potentially even a larger extension if certain conditions are met. Currently, I do not believe we are susceptible to such a larger extension, but depending on how this structure behaves, on how this area develops, we might actually be looking for even further extensions. But this is not the point now. Let's go through the larger time frame to provide the full context. And if you want to be a part of this journey as we continue to track these developments, as we provide further insight into where we could be looking for support, into the structures we would like to see form, and the indications of success in forming a breakout or even a failure and heading back to lower prices, I would encourage you to subscribe. Now, on this chart, we have a rather simple pattern we are tracking. It's an overall larger impulse with a series of 1, 2 setups in this area, and then we would have here a larger wave 3, a wave 4, and a wave 5 we are tracking within an ending diagonal. To be clear, this could easily see extensions, this overall wave 3, but this is currently my primary interpretation. And within this wave 5 of this large wave 3, I am looking to build the last leg to the upside, right? This would certainly be towards the later stages of this uptrend. It is certainly possible that we had already topped and that this would be part of a larger correction, but the positive aspect of any of these outcomes is that we would be looking quite clearly at an A, B, C pattern here. In which case, once we have a full count, even if it isn't the rally within the wave 5, even if it fails, we could be looking to a decently substantial relief rally, right? Even in the interpretation of a larger extension. Now, do we need to focus too much on that? I do not believe this to be the case, as currently the pattern that we have in this area is looking quite full. It is able to already have a bottom in place. In fact, we communicated in the previous videos and in the newsletter that we would be looking to likely form the reversal from this green support box, and we see the reaction. We are looking now for further evidence. So, in this wave C, we have been of course tracking a 5-wave pattern. It has been behaving quite flawlessly, I must say, at least so far, and we have been tracking this to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And within this structure, we are looking at an ending diagonal, in which case we really only need to build an A, B, C structure to consider this as a wave 5 complete. However, if we build a 5-wave pattern in this area, we need to be prepared for the scenario where this would have still been part of the wave 3, that would turn into a larger A, B, C pattern within the wave 3, and we would need to be prepared for even further extensions. That is the scenario of an even larger leg to the downside, but as you can see, for that we would actually need to first form an extension in this movement. As long as we have only 3 waves in this structure, it is being rather suggested to us that we would see a reversal. Now, in this wave 5, we have been tracking, of course, an A, B, C structure, and within this wave C, we have been looking once again for a 5-wave pattern, which once again is building an ending diagonal. That is what we have identified, that is our focus, and it has behaved so far quite similar to the larger wave C. But while in this structure we would have had quite an ideal wave 4 and even an extension in this wave 5, based on the pattern we can actually identify in this wave 5, I am a little bit skeptical as I would be able to actually track a 5-wave pattern in this area, in this movement. Sure, it's not necessarily an ideal 5-wave pattern, but it certainly is capable of being tracked as one, and within such small time frames, we do need to always account for a possible slight distortion where the wave 4 might not be as apparent. So, we have a couple of options in which we could still track continuation to lower prices. I could still look for continuation within this still as a wave C. In such an interpretation, I would assume this would be the wave A of the wave 5. Yeah, in such a scenario, we would still be looking for further extensions within this structure by building a wave B and a wave C. We can even add a label for this idea. And we can even track levels of resistance up to $15.8. As long as we do not break this, we are still susceptible to extending to lower prices within a wave C in this structure. Perfectly valid interpretation. We haven't broken this area of resistance, and yes, this would allow us to still look for lower prices. Then we have the possibility, once again, that this wave 3 wouldn't have bottomed, that the wave 3 would have been ongoing instead until the latest low, and we would be looking instead for a wave 4 correction. Well, in this scenario, we would be able to track instead a slightly larger area of resistance. This would allow us to look all the way up to $16.6, yeah, the previous wave 4 swing high we have within this white interpretation, it seems. And as long as we do not break this, there is another point of pressure that could extend us to lower prices, right? Now, in either case, we have resistance up to $16.6. In either case, the area of resistance in orange would be swallowed by what we are tracking in the blue interpretation, so there is really no point in tracking the resistance area in orange as well, as you can see. If we notice some particularities that hint strongly towards an extension to lower prices being a wave C, we will of course do some back checks, but until this is the case, we are tracking this as an area of resistance. We are looking for a wave 4 in blue here, and for me, the break above $16.6 is actually quite a strong and healthy signal that a bottom may be in place. And it is a very strong indication also because while we could be looking for this to have been a wave 4 and a wave 5 part of the wave C in this structure, I could have a near identical area of resistance if I were to track this as an ending diagonal in a wave C in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, because we have retraced that dip in the wave 2 in this movement, yeah? The Fibonacci retracement I would track for such a scenario would be extremely similar, and to be clear, on this chart we would still be looking to form a reversal as long as we do not build here a larger wave 4 correction, something like that. We would likely still be able to track even an extension to be part of a wave C in this structure, so another low wouldn't be unexpected, might even be more probable based on the current structure. But if we see a break above the wave 4 swing high, yeah, the top we have here, for me that would be a pretty healthy and strong indication that the reversal is coming, and we can actually even go a step further than that to track internal levels of support, because while we only have a 3-wave move to the upside so far, we could be looking for a confirmation for the reversal by forming here a wave 4 and a wave 5. So in the bull case, I will be tracking here a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's say we track this in yellow, and I would have an area of support down to the 61.8% retracement to signal to me that a reversal would be coming. Unless we break the $13.8, we can still look for a wave 5 to form within this area, and if we manage to build this structure, we would actually have our first confirmation that a bottom would be in place. We would have our initial 5-wave move to the upside. We will have even an opportunity to look for a wave 2 correction for potential additional accumulation. Now, in this structure, as we can so far see, we have pushed into the 38.2% retracement, which is the ideal target for a wave 4, yeah, what we are tracking in blue. So be aware, this could extend to lower prices once again, but the overall structure for this chart remains unchanged. We are still looking for higher prices, and there is no guarantee that we will see an extension. From the larger time frame perspective, this looks quite complete. This really doesn't look like it needs an additional low to consider the wave 4 bottom in yellow to be in, and I'm waiting for evidence in one structure or the other. But for now, these are the levels, this is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and if you enjoy our content and want to support us directly, check out our channel membership. And as a thank you for any of these actions, I'm inviting you to sign up to our channel newsletter, where you get access to our monthly top picks, which, by the way, are available right now if you join by the end of this week, and it's completely free anyway, so I really don't see why you wouldn't join. Other than that, let me know what else you would like me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a safe day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.